Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and let's broaden our minds. So, we all know what's going on with DC. DC has laid out their plan right along with Warner Brothers. They have a 10-year plan on what they're going to do to bring DC back to where it's supposed to be. And then not only that, but to put it in that running so that they can compete with Marvel. Now, David Zaslav, they did have a audio meeting where he was talking to everyone about what the plan is for Warner Brothers DC, what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, But the main thing that he was saying that for DC is that one, DC is going to have their own studio that's going to focus on all DC properties, which is a great thing. But the main thing is that they are in the process of looking for someone to drive that car, someone who's going to be responsible of making sure that DC uh, properties become successful and that whole brand becomes successful. So what he wants to do is like what Marvel did with Kevin Feige. They brought Kevin Feige in, excuse me, and they allowed him to be in charge of that ship. And look where Marvel's at. So that's what David Zaslav wants to do with DC. Now he did announce the 10-year plan of what they're going to do and some of their upcoming releases. And here are a few of them. Is that one is Black Adam, which is going to come out on the 21st of October. The next one is Shazam, the sequel that's going to be coming out in December. Aquaman has been pushed back to 2023. The Flash, June 2023. Despite all the controversy with Ezra Miller and all that stuff's going on with him, they're still going to move forward with the Flash. Now, the only thing about that is that I'm a little bit hesitant about the Flash and moving forward with it because with all the Ezra Miller controversy, and with him disappearing and they can't find him when it comes to press, when it comes to uh, doing premieres, is he going to be allowed? Which I don't think he's going to be allowed. I think they're still going to release it because it's a $200 million movie, and from what they're saying, from early screenings of it, that the movies are actually really good. So I think they're going to, in my opinion, I think they just pretty much are done with Ezra Miller. They're not even focused on him. They're moving forward with what they got to do, which is a good thing. Now, some people may feel some type of way about it because of everything that's happened, but we just have to see what they're going to do moving forward. Now, the question is too is who are they going to get to drive the DC brand boat? Who's going to be that captain to make sure that this brand is back on top? Because let's just be honest, for years now, the DC brand has not had a good track record. They focus on the same character. We have not seen them introduce any new characters. It's just been the same thing: Batman, Superman, and that's it. But we haven't really seen introduction of any new characters. Now they have been successful with the Batman brand as far as the movies. Some movies was okay, but overall the Batman brand has been successful with the movies. The Superman brand, they have not had any success with that at all. You had Henry Cavill as Superman, but for some reason they just can't get over that Superman hump. And they had so many Superman films where you just be like, okay, another Superman film. Oh, okay, another Superman film. Because it just has not reached the audience. It has not reached audience satisfaction. And now, one thing I can say about DC is that now their animation department is off the chain. The animation movies are really good, but for some reason they just can't get the adult movies to have the same success as the animation department. Now, if they can get those two working, which I believe now with what David Zaslav is saying that they're going to focus on, they're going to be a force to reckon with. But they got to find that captain to be in charge. Now, what are the qualifications? It's going to have to be somebody who's familiar with the DC brand, someone who's a bit of a nerd, someone who knows about creativity, someone who knows about corporate, and also someone who's not afraid to take chances. Now, I know some of y'all looking at me saying, what do you mean take chances? I mean, take chances, but take chances that make sense. And what I mean by make sense is that makes sense mentally and financially. Because under the old management, they were just, how can I say this? It was all fucked up because they were just putting money behind a lot of stuff that should not have been put behind. Then they were talking about making a Wonder Twins film. God knows we didn't need that. But it was just under the old management, it didn't go anywhere. And then add injury to insult, you was taking films on the same day as release, putting them on streaming, which I don't know how you thought that that would be a good idea. And then to say, oh, we want to make money at the box office. You can't make money at the box office if it's on streaming because why? People are not going to go to the theater. They're going to watch it at home. So I don't know who was the idiot that came up with that idea, but moving forward. So now in the process of uh, doing this 10-year plan, unfortunately, some things had to change. Now, change is good, change is bad. Some people like the changes, some people don't like the changes. One of the changes was that uh, a lot of movies that they had in the pipeline, they pulled those movies. One of them was Batgirl. People was upset because they pulled Batgirl. It was like, okay, it's a $90 million film. Why would you pull it? But according to Warner Brothers, was that they saw that they had test screens of the film, and the test screens was not that good. Okay, and which I'm not surprised about that because it was a few things I saw in the pictures that just didn't really catch me. Because for one, the Batgirl suit, it looked really cheap. Okay, and if you're gonna make Batgirl and she's gonna have this look, you can't have this cheap look like out of a costume store. Now with Brandon Fraser's Firefly, I didn't get a chance to see that part, but I think that overall they made a good decision on doing this because, like I said, when you're making changes and when you see all this money being spent on a lot of projects that did not go anywhere, you just can't keep pouring money into projects that's not beneficial and that's not making profits. And that's what Zaslav is doing. Then the next thing is that they're going to combine uh, HBO Max and Discovery together to form one um, home for streaming, which is a good idea because streaming is one of those services that people enjoy, but you gotta have good programming on there. And let's just be honest. I mean, HBO Max and the streaming services, they had good program on that, but there was some programs that were not that good. So what his plan is that he wants to have overall, he wants the whole Warner Brothers DC plan and a brand to be successful. But he wants to focus on putting the money behind projects that's proven, projects that's going to bring in profit, projects that's going to be successful, which I think is a great idea because we always have all these business people that talk about, excuse me, about making changes, making changes, making changes, making changes. They say all this stuff, but you have to mean it. And in this situation, Zaslar means it. People know him in the industry that he's a man that he will get things done. And if it calls for cuts to be made and getting rid of people and bringing in new management, he's going to do that. And he's doing that now. So we just have to sit back and wait and see what's going to happen, what the decision is going to be. But I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to see who they're going to bring in. I'm pretty sure it's going to be somebody who's going to be well qualified for the job, somebody who's going to bring DC back to the glory. And I just hope that it's somebody that's worth it. But I have faith in them, and I'm gonna root for them because I'm a DC fan, and I believe that Zaslav knows what he's doing. So you all let me know what you think about this, who you think is gonna be driving the DC ship, bringing it back to glory. Let me know what your thoughts are, and until then, holla at your boy.